Every school has this one gang of like how to deal with toxic friendships. Like, you know, I'm all free, like I jump and stuff like that. I don't want to talk about on camera just yet.
Nice.
Yo fam, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is a hashtag Ask Agasthya video, and today's theme is teenage life and teenage stuff and puberty, toxic friendships and stuff like that. Anyway, I asked you guys for questions on my community portal on my YouTube channel, and I also asked you for questions on my Instagram, which you can follow me if you don't already follow me, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Join the Ag fam. We're people who push each other to become better every single day. We're a community of extremely hardworking people who are dream chasers. Anyway, now that that's out of the way, let's get right into today's video. I have the questions on my phone here. First question: we have a gang in our school and literally everyone is scared of them. Not a single student can stand up to them or whatever. Let me tell you, every school has this one gang of like quote unquote cool kids who think they're like supreme, who think they're the best among everybody. My school had this type of people and they bullied me for making YouTube videos. Fun fact, one of them told me I'll never have a silver play button. You see it? You see it? I got it. These are the people that peak in high school or peak in middle school or wherever they are. They're the people who get off by pulling other people down or ridiculing others just because they themselves cannot be better. Or if this group is around you, just try to stay away from that group, block the negativity out. That's the best way to deal with this kind of group, because I know exactly what you're talking about. Were you ever insecure about how you look when you were like 14 or 15? I wouldn't say I was insecure about the way I looked. I would say that I always knew that I'd look better. Like I always looked at that case, I should look like a ball. But I always knew that, you know, there'll be that one point where if I like just get a good fashion sense, or if I like start working out, if I start eating healthy, if I start taking care of my body, my skin, then I'll look good. Even now, I'm insecure about my look, but like I know that like 2-3 years down the line, I'm going to look very good. And yeah, I think all of us are insecure about our looks at some point, but I think the main thing is understanding that you can always improve, you can always take care of yourself. Okay, next question: how to deal with failure and how to boost yourself. I threw my phone in my bottle, but how I dealt with failure is basically what I used to do is I always look at what I can learn from that failure. Like to this day, especially in my teens where I would like fail at math and physics every time, I used to suck at those subjects and I used to always be like, bro, why am I failing? Like why can't I pass at these subjects? And because I did it again and again and again and again, by the time I got to my boards, I actually did pretty well. And if I had just got those passing marks, then I would not probably have like put in that extra work in those two subjects to do like so well in those subjects. And one way to boost your self-worth and self-confidence is, I'd say, watch YouTube videos. When my self-worth and self-confidence was down, I think in 9th and 10th standard also a little bit, I used to watch these channels such as Aaron Marino, Alpha M. You got Jose Zuniga, you got Teaching Men's Fashion, you got Alex Costa. I used to watch like all these creators, all their self-improvement videos, all their fashion videos, all their grooming videos, all their how to be more productive videos, and all of this just really helped me be in a very positive mental headspace. And I think that's how my self-worth is like skyrocketed a lot from 10th to 13th, 14th, bro, I'm in 14th now. Okay, shit. Next one: do you ever feel scared, insecure while making new friends? Yes, I feel insecure all the time. I just think, will these people like me? Will they accept me for who I am and stuff like that? In my teenage especially, I used to be very nervous while making friends. It's because like this person that you see on camera right now, this like you know, I was free, like I jump and stuff like that. I wasn't this person when I was in like 8th and 9th standard. I was very nervous. I would not make new friends. But then I just said, okay, this is me. I'm going to give my 100% authentic self to the people like I do right now also on camera. And if you like me, you like me. And after I start becoming my authentic self, that's when I really made true friendships that I have till date. And if you're a teen watching this right now, I'd say that be authentic to yourself. Don't pretend to be somebody or not. Just be yourself. And I'm telling you, you will attract the right type of people. You're in your teenage. Do you want to answer one question with me? Okay, I got my brother here with me. I'm saying he's in his teenage. It'll only be fair if he answers the question. How to deal with toxic friendships? Are you dealing with it yourself right now? Okay, I will answer this for you. Anyway, that was funny. How to deal with toxic friendships? The best way is to either distance yourself from that person or cut out that person from your life. There is no better way. Don't be messing yourself up in order to just keep a friendship. Like, I'm not saying you gotta completely cut a friendship because it's toxic and like, you know, not interact with them at all. So the best thing to do at that time is just to distance yourself from that person, because when you're in your teenage, you need to understand that you might feel that you're going through a lot, but at the same time, they are also going through a lot. When I was a teenager also, I had my fair share of toxic friendships and stuff, and now I'm still friends with some of those people because both of us were like mature enough to understand that okay, we were immature as hell back then, and now we're like chill people and we should be friends. And then if you're supposed to be friends, if your vibes are still matching, then y'all will end up being friends. Don't worry about that. Next one, how to deal with the constant urge of being best in everything during teenage. Academics, extracurriculars, looks, etc. Hashtag ask Agasthya. Okay, how to deal with the urge of being the best at everything. I don't see this as a bad thing always, but I agree it can get overwhelming because you're told to be best looking, best in academics, extracurriculars, ye class karo, wo class karo, perform in this, it's just a whole lot of shit that it's put on you. I'd say pick a niche, pick what you're good at. Like in 9th, 10th, 11th, I used to play the keyboard more. I used to be like more on the musical side, the musical guy in the band. I stuck to that thing and I would be the best at that, and that's why I was in the competitions and stuff like that. Like I want to be the best at this, and that's why I picked this right now. I wanted to be the best at like playing the keyboard at that time in school. Curriculars and everything was obviously important, but I didn't want to be the best at it. Like I knew I didn't want 98, 99, something like that. I was happy with like a 92, 93ish, because you know that wasn't my priority. I didn't want to be the best at academics or something like that. I'll tell you what happens is in teenage now, like parents force you to study because they want it for your own good. How to deal with my parents pressurizing me to take stream of their choice in my 11th standard? Honestly, I don't have a good answer for this. It's because my parents have, thank God, I love you mom, dad, they've been very understanding. I'd say that just try to tell them that this is not what I want to do. I'm not good at this. Hopefully they understand. I agree, like, because this happened to a lot of my friends also, where they took streams that they didn't want to and ended up dropping out, losing a year and stuff like that. I'd say just talking to your parents is the only option, because a stream is not a thing that you can just change without your parents knowing. So I'd say just talking to your parents is the best option. Question is how to get yourself out of a dark place mentally. It gets tougher with time somehow. Also one quote that keeps you going. How to get yourself out of a dark place? It's a very interesting question. Like a lot of things happened when I was in my teenage, you know, that I don't want to talk about on camera just yet. But I always kept the thought that I know me, I trust me, I kept my belief in myself, I trusted my abilities, and I always knew that I'd get myself and whoever around me out of whatever mess we were in. I think when I was in my teenage, the most important thing that helped me get out of like a dark place mentally was my self-belief in myself. And I think you need to have it too. Like you need to be the first person to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, then nobody will. And the one quote that kind of got me through a lot of difficult times was by Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Written on his t-shirt also, this is my vision board here. It says, hardest worker in the room. That is what has got me through a lot. Like I always believe that if you work the hardest, you can do anything, you can beat anybody, you can get to the top somehow. And that's what kept me going in my darkest of times, where I was like, something isn't working. I was like, I will outwork everybody in my teenage. Like and now it's still in my system. Like it's become like an innate thing that I will outwork everybody and I will achieve things that seem stupid to some people. And that's what kind of got me through a lot of dark times. Next, how do you deal with hormonal changes when puberty hits? For example, breaking of your voice. It was a very different thing because I used to have a very squeaky voice when I was like a kid, and then like my voice changed and like it became heavier. It's like every day your voice becomes a little deeper, and people used to tell me that Agasthya, your voice has changed so much. I'm like, no, this has always been my voice. But I think I just accepted like my voice. Like I didn't hate my voice. And about everything else changing in your body, I controlled how much ever I could. Like I used to take care of my skin. Like I used to have very bad pimple and acne breakouts. I still do, but it's like I take care of my skin and that's the most I can do, so I just leave it at that. It's just doing what you can and leaving the rest, because everything will get sorted out eventually. This teenage phase will pass at one point. What is the age where you understood about sex and puberty? I mean, this generation is really spoiled, so yeah. I understood about sex and puberty. I think I went to a puberty workshop when I was in 7th or 8th standard. What do you mean the generation is really spoiled? Knowing about these things is not called being spoiled. It's called being educated. And yeah, that was today's hashtag Ask Agasthya. A little heavier or like interesting one today. I want to do more stuff like this. It's because I feel like I can connect to you guys like this. I want to help you. I want to empower you in whatever you're going through. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, share and subscribe. Turn on post notifications. I'm going to be giving 3 of you a shout out at the end of every single video. If you like this video, if you subscribe to the channel, and if you comment something right now. And also while you're at it, follow me on Instagram at Agasthya Shah. Thank you so much, Ag fam. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Join the Ag fam. Like I said in the start, we're dream chasers. We're people who work the hardest. We're people who are not afraid to be different. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later, gang. Okay, chalo. Bye.
Hello?
Yeah.
Agasthya, is your kitchen free?
No.